Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. This video comes to you from a winter wheat field located in western Kentucky, where a newly announced and released 480 engine horsepower Class 8 Case IH 8260 Axial-Flow Combine with 410 bushels of grain bin storage capacity is harvesting the crop with a 40-foot wide Case IH McDon FD 240 Draper head. In this presentation, I would like to share with you the combine's production history, specifications, and list price tag. I will also take viewers for a ride in the combine's cab to visit with the farmer to find out what he likes about operating this new combine. It offers a completely integrated subscription-free core technology package while retaining all of the proven harvesting and mechanical functions of the previous Axial-Flow 250 series. The 260 series is the 14th generation of Axial-Flow combines since they were introduced back in 1977. The 260 series offer a new interface system that is easy to learn and operate. The Case IH Pro 1200 dual high-resolution display screens, one mounted on the right-hand console and the other on the right-hand cab pillar, allow the farmer to access the machine's metrics, field performance, and grain quality in real time without having to flip between screens. We'll be able to see that on the ride-along. But first, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear all this harvesting action. Case IH announced the 260 series Axial-Flow combines for the North American market on May 16, 2024. The series includes 3 different models ranging from the Class 7 402 engine horsepower 7260 all the way up to the Class 9 550 engine horsepower 9260. These machines are manufactured at Case IH's Combine factory in Grand Island, Nebraska. The 8260 Axial-Flow Combine is powered by a 12.9-liter, 787 cubic inch Case IH FPT engine, rated at 480 engine horsepower, and it can achieve a maximum power rise of 555 horsepower when the combine encounters tough field conditions. It's fitted with a 297-gallon diesel fuel tank and a 43-gallon diesel emission fluid tank for clean engine solutions. This combine features a 54-inch wide feeder house and threshes grain with a CVT drive 30-inch diameter single axle style rotor, which fills the 410 bushel grain tank, which will pour the grain out at 4.5 bushels per second from the 28.9 foot long unloading auger. A 2-wheel drive base model 8260 rolls off the assembly line weighing in at 46,979 pounds. I inquired at my local Case IH dealer, H&R AgriPower, on the list price for a model year 2024 8260 Axial-Flow Combine, and they told me it has a price tag of $855,000. The combine that you see operating in this video is equipped with PowerFlex HS suspended tracks, and according to CaseIH.com, those come at an additional cost of $157,212. This combine is harvesting 40 feet of crop with an FD 240 flex Draper head that is manufactured by McDon. Case IH began offering the McDon FD 240 as their brand Draper head in model year 2023, and a 2024 FD 240 has a list price of $170,000. I'm up in the cab of the Case IH 8260 Axial-Flow Combine, and it's harvesting wheat here with a Case IH McDon FD 240 header, doing a nice job. We've had a lot of rain in western Kentucky this year, and we're going through a low spot right now, and the header and the combine are doing a great job getting the wheat up. Just a little bit of damage. We had some winds up to 80 miles per hour about a week ago, and so the wheat is down a little bit in spots, but the combine's taking care of it. And we can look back here and see the grain pouring in the bin. The new update on the combine is the Case-IH 1200 Pro system in the cab, and we're running here right at about 2.2 miles per hour. It's really good, healthy wheat. It's hitting around 95, and it was jumping up there to 100 bushels. So it's really the first day of harvest in this new machine. The wheat's just a little bit green here in the low spot. You can see that in the straw. But they're harvesting to make way for a second crop of soybeans. So it's important every day to be getting a little more wheat off and getting that next drop in the ground. And the combine's running here to just over 14% moisture. So it's definitely ready to go. So first day out in a brand new combine. It still takes a little bit of getting used to, but how have you liked the new setup with the 260 series?
I'm pretty happy with it. I don't drive combine much. Most of the time I stay around the dryer, but today I got lucky enough to run, so I'm learning a lot. But there's a lot. The 1200s are far superior than what the old 700 series was. I'm really impressed with what they do. If I can keep it out of the red anyway.
No, it's definitely nice to have all that data right there.
I really like how the new monitor, it's a little easier for me to understand once somebody went through it and showed it to me, where I really had a hard time with the old one. Which, like I said earlier, I don't drive a whole lot, so you know it's just a little harder to learn. The guidance that we're running, the case guidance, and this one where I'm used to running soul steer on John Deere through the John Deere system, but once I learned how to use it, it's been pretty nice and does a good job keeping it good and straight through the field.
So that's one thing I noticed outside is you've got the John Deere globe on it, so that's pretty nice that you can also plug and play different systems into the machine.
Right, we got the soul steer on this. We like how our John Deere stuff, because that's what we learned on, and that's where a lot of our information is. That's what we plant with the John Deere tractor. But been real pleased with it, especially the chopper system on the 8250s and the 8260s. They seem to do a really nice job.
Let's see that you have tracks on this combine, and last time I visited with you, you're running 8250s on tires. How do you like the Case-IH track system?
Well, I'm really impressed with the track system in the field, especially the ride's really nice. We farm around where there's a lot of deer, so you know there's a lot of times we stick the antlers through the tracks. The track won't go flat. We one time had 5 deer antlers and 3 separate tires between the planter and the combine a couple of years ago. Is the reason we went to the track system.
No, that's not fun. That's a delay and also an expense.
Yeah, they are expensive, but when you're down with a flat tire, you don't get anything done.
No. So, do you find with the tracks when you're harvesting wheat like this, does it help reduce compaction when you're planting the beans right behind the combine?
Well, this year we're really hoping it's helping with compaction, because we had almost 16 inches of rain in May, and it's still really heavy, wet, but like you said earlier, we're trying to get our beans in, get the weed off so we can get the beans in the ground. But I think it should help we went with tracks on our grain cart tractor, and also the grain cart we run tracks now.
When was the first time that you had a chance to operate an Axial-Flow? I know you have a lot of green tractors on the farm, but you've had red combines for a while. What was the first one that you had the chance to run on the farm?
Well, the first one we ran was a 1660. We was running an 815 International and M2 Gleaner, and they brought a demo out for us to run, and we was getting more done with that one than the two put together, so we decided it was time to upgrade. But the 1660 was I would be almost willing to bet, even to today, that was probably my favorite combine, probably one of the most efficient combines I ever run. I don't know if they, since it was a demo, if they had worked on it a little bit or what, but it was really a good combine.
Yeah, that was Case International's first Axial-Flow after the IH merger, and definitely good machines.
Yeah, we ran that machine which it was over a 24-hour period. I think we had a 20-foot head, and we cut 220 acres of beans in a 24-hour period because there was a big rain coming in, and we ran pretty hard with it. It did a really good job. Was really impressed with it.
So now you're running a 40-foot head. What kind of acres can you get done when you're running this machine, an hour or in a day?
Well, most of the time I like to look at it in that 10 to 15 acres an hour. Now this wheat right now, it's just too tough still to get that much out of it. The wheat's getting dry, but the straw is still pretty tough. Like you said earlier, you see in the bottom, you can see the cast of the green still there. So like right now I'm running 2.5, but getting in bottoms and you're looking at 1.8, 1.9, something like that. But I'd like to get 125, 30 acres a day pretty easy if everything's running right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And we can see the camera systems come on, showing the tanks just about full, and we'll see the grain car pull up here and unload. You might have noticed out in the field the amber light up here flashing, and that happens when the grain bin reaches 75% capacity. It's there to alert the grain cart that it's time to unload. Here we can see through the two-stage mirror the unloading auger coming out and the grain cart pulling up. It's a 9RX 490 with a Kinsey 1421 cart. We can see that nice weight monitor on the side, so the farmer can see how much is going in and how much more it can hold. See here that the screen will switch from the grain bin over to the unloading auger, and the farmer has a good view of right into the center of that Kinsey cart. And we can look back here as the wheat just pours right out. Very fast process, and more of it is pouring in. It doesn't take very long to unload and send the cart on its way to the next combine. Well, I appreciate the ride along. It's always great to get to see this new equipment, and hopefully it'll be a good harvest.
Thank you. I hope so too.
I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this Case IH 8260 Axial-Flow Combine harvesting wheat. I would like to hear in the comment section below if you use Axial-Flow Combines or another brand. Tell me about the model that you're running and the crops that you're harvesting with it. If you've appreciated this presentation, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.